Hey everybody. Hey Terrence, Francois, Patrick, Ray. How's it going, everybody? Man, oh man, what a day. What a day. That was crazy, right? That was straight crazy. And what's on tap for today? Big up day. I mean, that was a nice big up day. I already I said it this morning, like what if we get a 1% up day? Right? I think I said that right before I wrapped it up. Look, S&P 1.45%, 64 points. That was pretty good. And right to the cautionary spot. We'll get into it. All right, we'll get into it here in just a minute. I want to welcome everybody. I mean, what's coming next? We'll get into it. Then, as always, 30 minutes of your request. And yeah, I'm pretty worn out already today. It's been a heck of a day. Hey, Jason, good afternoon. All right. UT football coming up soon. Getting started like next Saturday, kickoff for the season. Right there is Neyland Stadium, I guess. All my entire life, we've called it Neyland Stadium. And recently there's been a local kick to correct everybody's pronunciation to Neyland. I don't know. I went to school there for 6 years and we called it Neyland Stadium. Everybody called it Neyland Stadium. So I don't know where this newfound correction of everybody is coming from, but I guess it's called Neyland. Go Vols. That's right. Anyway, my parents both live like right over here, just off the screen on the other side of the river. So, whew, what a day. What a day. Glad to have everybody. All right, let's jump into it. Like I said, 3 big categories, big up day, what's coming next, and 30 minutes of your requests. I'll let you know when to hit them. So it was a fun day for sure. I agree 100%, Dev. I live for the days like today. I was hyped up all day long. I mean, it was nonstop. Something to look at, something to talk about, something to do. Whew. What a day. Glad to have everybody. Oh, before we get into it, all trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance not necessarily indicative of future results. I may never get it right again. This presentation, intended to be informational, educational, and fun, is not a recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument. If you desire personal financial advice, you need to hire and consult a financial advisor with a fiduciary duty to take care of you. All right. Yeah, fun day for a change. Finally, after all the grind, all the crap, we finally caught a nice day, and hopefully you were on the right side of it. If you weren't, you should come join my team. I mean, if you want to chat with all these fine folks on here, click the link right over here, right there, that little box right there. Click that thing, be a subscriber. You can chat on the live stream. And you know what? Hit the bell with the notifications. I go live every single morning. I went live this morning. I was talking about what the market might do, and it did it. Holy crap. How did I get that right? I don't even know. Sometimes I surprise myself. Let's be honest. I get lucky sometimes. It seems like a lot of times, but I get lucky. And you know what? If you want to join me all day, we were in Discord hitting this stuff hard. The link is in the description. It's like $5 for 3 months. And come join us. I mean, we talk about all sorts of stuff. And we'll get you in a minute here, Hannah. There are some rules to the requests. We'll hit it in just a minute. So just a minute. Let's go through the market really quickly, give an update, and then we can hit the requests. Just give it a minute. The rules kind of go, though. 1 request per person per time. Let somebody else go, and then you can go again. So that's give everybody a fair shot. Don't hot load it with a bunch of tickers. All right. S&P came up to the orange box that I was warning about when we were down here. And even when we pulled back, I said the most likely path was right here. Right in the orange box. We stopped right at the 618. That gives me great caution because that is the perfect level to turn down and do this. This right here, this purple line, that size right there, that move we did from the end of July right down through August 18th was the kind of the bottom, 17th, 18th right there, 18th, yeah, the ultimate low on Friday. We popped up, we retraced, and we popped right here. Now, turning down at the 618. This can be the opportunity to go even lower. If I can grab the right thing here and move the purple line back over, this can go right down to the roadmap line. You see how perfect this would be to match that move. Once again, right here. This is what's called an ABC move in Elliott wave speak. It's a classic corrective move. This can take us right down to the 42.85 zone right here. Please be careful. If we start down tomorrow, please be careful. We are likely on the path right down here. Right down here. Be careful. All right. It can take a little longer. It could take us out in October. It could end up sometime late September. All right. Please, 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 please be careful with your money. If we start going down, do not think that we're going higher. Now, if we can break out above 45.45, if we can get up there, we can get above that orange box right here. This orange box, not that one. Up there. This one right here. This one right here. If we get above this one right here, let's zoom it up even better. This one right here. Get above that orange box. We are likely breaking out to new highs for this year. Potentially going to new all-time highs. Potentially going to an all-time high right up here. We may come up here, stall out, retrace, and then do the move that breaks us out to an all-time high. All right. Beautiful potential bullish setup right now. This actually was a measured bounce in here, and we did it so far beautifully. We just need continuation. We need the continuation. We can retrace it back out. I hope, for your sake, my sake, all of our sake, that doesn't happen. I hope we break out and just go. But that's why this big arrow is drawn right here, right from that line, right where we stopped. We can retrace. All right. Everybody clear? Any questions? Any questions? Do I follow some seasonality? Let's pull up a seasonality chart real quick. Let me pull one up right here. Just happen to have one on another tab right here. Look at this. Seasonality, September. Typically, we get a pop. Typically, we get a rally into the end of August. Kind of chop a little bit and pop even more. So far, what's happening? It's the end of August. We're rallying. We could rally a little more. We could get a little chop. We could pop and then retrace it right back out and end up lower than where we started at the beginning of September. This is a 20-year average right here through the end of 2021. I didn't put 2022 in here, but there you go. We could see this pop. This pullback doesn't have to be this deep. It could be a shallower pullback, and we could rock it on out to the end of the year. There you go. That's just the 20-year average right there. Alrighty. Alrighty. Where we are. Gosh, I'm already worn out. I don't have the enthusiasm that I've had all freaking day long. I do apologize if I may not be able to hang in there with y'all the entire 30 minutes of awesome. I don't know. I usually go to well past 6, but we'll see what I can do here. So this is beautiful looking on ES. This is SP 500's futures. And beautiful, beautiful move. Nasdaq, beautiful move. Same, virtually identical pattern on both those. And Russell, a little different. We actually did break above the 30-minute roadmap line. We broke above the hourly, even though we went a little deep there. And the daily, finally getting a close above. This might be the indication. We came off the lowest low of those. This is the only problem here. We haven't had any retrace yet. Haven't back tested the roadmap line from the top. This may be able to go up, but we are definitely way shy of that 1950 618 level. If we can get above that, probably going on up. Maybe. But we got some work to do on Russell. This is small caps, IWM right here. If you're unfamiliar with RTY and Russell, that's small caps. In Q, of course, didn't even make it down all the way into support and bouncing. Potentially looks pretty bullish. We are getting a close above the high we had back here on the 24th. So that one actually is more bullish than even ES is right here. ES still looking pretty bullish, but NQ even more bullish. This sets us up to potentially break on out, go much higher. Big target right up here about 5,000. So looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. We got to get through the next few days. We got to break above that box on the simple chart. This is just a simple chart of the daily closes right here. Got to get above that box. If we turn down in that box, anywhere in that box, we can go down and echo that first drop. Be careful out there. Be careful, be careful, be careful. This could have just been a super squeeze higher, squeezing out shorts. That was a nice big up day. I speculated this morning in the pre-market, or early, I guess the market was already open when I was like, we might get a 1% up day. Well, we did. Beautiful. All right. That was the majority of the futures. Oil getting a nice bounce. I didn't put a long oil trade on yet. Still looking to get above this. I really want to get above 80, like 81.75, 81.90 area. Kind of want to get above that 618 retrace. Maybe in the 82 area before I go long UCO. Probably looking for 87, maybe 89. And really, the big target, that double high right up there at 94. Or 93.75. Right there. Kind of expect it to, if we can get above here, probably expect it to rally on up there. And it may get up here, bounce down, bounce up, bounce down, bounce up. And may ping pong between the fibs here. May come up here, may retrace back down there, retest the breakout, retrace up here, retrace right there, and then go for it. Go for it. All right. Yeah, it was a big day on crypto. Brent, potentially measured roadmap bounce. Beautiful. That's really what oil has too. I just have a bunch of crap drawn on it, so you can barely see it. Market roadmap bounce, potentially right off the target zone. Looking for it to go higher. Gasolina, looking a little more bearish actually. That drop hadn't been able to do anything. It's just a sideways chop. Thank goodness it was looking like we were going to pop out to like $4, $5, $6 a gallon, but right now, just sideways chop. We may go into more of a consolidation here. This failure to do anything, failure to bounce, actually looks positive for people buying retail gas. That's gasolina in the United States there. Natural gas looking like more sideways bullcrap chop. Not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Just more sideways chop. Don't even expect it to break out. Maybe even return back to the lows. Everybody's thinking, this is the thing. Like I've heard so many people, so many commentators, everybody talk about you need to get long natural gas into the winter because it's going to pop. What if it just drops and rips everybody? Be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. Gold, potentially popping. Beautiful move right into that prior resistance. We really got to be above about 2020 at this point to indicate we're going on up to 21 or 2200. That's the deal. 21, 22, and then possibly 2200 up here. That's my longer term targets, and it may take us a little while to get there. Could be at this point, could be out here. Maybe October, could even be out into January. Could take this path, since this is taking a little longer, this could take a little longer and drift on out here. So be careful. I am bullish on gold longer term. Silver, I am extremely bullish out for the next 2 years, probably going to 35. And I don't think anybody's missed that analysis. If you have, just watch some of the other videos. Copper is not bullish. That looks a little bearish. Can the economy go higher? Can we make all-time highs with copper not performing? Yeah, we could do that. I mean, copper doesn't have to take us higher. So copper looks long-term bearish, actually. Not a bullish setup. That's a bearish setup to go down here. Be careful chasing that one long. And crypto. I know lots of people are going to want to talk crypto. Look at that beautiful pop. Trying very hard to close above the roadmap line, the daily roadmap line here. If we can do that, beautiful for a move continuation. Usually when we get one of these pops, we see at least 2 or 3 days of it. Very rarely do we just get one pop and a retrace. Sometimes we do. I mean, right there's one right there. Sometimes that's the way it happens. Lately this year, though, we usually get a couple days of the pop. At least a couple, if not 3 or 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One pop, 2, 3, 4, 5. So tomorrow's the key. If we start retracing, watch out for a lower low. If we get some continuation, probably going new all-time high, or new year-to-date high, I should say, not all-time high. New year-to-date high. Probably come up into the, let's see. Let's run a fib. Let's run a fib on it. Delete that one so it doesn't get confusing. Probably 33,000, maybe 35,000 on this next move. Possibly up near 40,000. That would jive with some of my longer term target. It's not on this chart. I was zooming out to see. It's not on this chart. It's on one of my other charts. So there you go, though. About 33.4, possibly 35.5. That'd be where I would target. And that move, that echo move from back here into April, if we just echoed that move, it'd take us right up here. Well, right up there, right around 36,000. There you go. All right. Ethereum has a potential, did not get above the roadmap line. Not as bullish. Everybody says Bitcoin moved on the news today, but if you've been hanging out with me, what did I say like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago when we were sitting right here? I was like, this consolidation makes me think we're going to see a drop and then a pop, because that tends to be what Bitcoin does after it consolidates for a little while. We get a drop and then we get a pop. We get a consolidation and a drop and a pop, and that tends to be what it does. We consolidate, we get a drop, and then we get a pop, and we need to pop back above this to get the continuation higher. So we do have resistance right there. Right there. Right where we consolidated. Right there. Now, Ethereum, Ether, whatever, not getting up there. Not clearing the roadmap line. Not looking as bullish at the moment. But the news, I mean, the news was like GBTC, their spot ETF, should be approved, and court smacked them down, the SEC, and blah, blah, blah. Everybody's like, oh, the court saved the day on Bitcoin. Let's talk about it a second. I mean, all these spot ETFs, there's like eight applications, 9 applications, 10 applications. I'm losing track at this point. Let's say 7 or 8 of them get approved. There was an analysis put out over the weekend. Several different places like Cointelegraph and CoinDesk, all these picked it up, and they were kind of running with it. It wasn't like a major headline type of thing, but this analysis was saying that if 7 to 8 of these spot ETFs get approved, they're going to have to buy and accumulate actual Bitcoin. That's the point of a spot ETF. You actually buy whatever it is. And everybody's heard kind of about the BlackRock one, right? And their partnership with Coinbase as their fiduciary. So BlackRock's going to be pouring billions of dollars into Bitcoin. They're going to be buying that Bitcoin through Coinbase, locking it up where it doesn't trade anymore. It sits as collateral for the ETF. And then they issue the shares. So this happens across 7 or 8 of these, and it's probably going to soak up over the next 3 years or so about 10% of the Bitcoin that's available. Now we pop over here and look on CoinMarketCap. There's about 19 million Bitcoin. So we're talking about like somewhere about 1.9, and the max supply is 21 million. So between 1.9 and 2.1 million Bitcoins are going to get locked up in these ETFs if this analysis holds true, which I have no reason to doubt at this point. I mean, smarter people than I probably doing that. And, there's only like 5 million Bitcoin of liquid supply in this 19 million that's on the market right now. So if you take 20% of that, 40% of that liquid Bitcoin, what is that going to do to the price of Bitcoin? You lock it up, like they're going to lock it up forever. Like it's going to be tied up in these ETFs. It's not going to be trading anymore on the open market. So beautiful huge potential when they take 10% of the supply and 10% of all the supply of Bitcoin out of circulation. So huge potential. All right. Just want everybody to be aware that huge potential sitting out there right now. All right. I can cover other stuff, but I'd rather hit your request. So let me roll back up here. And I see Francois says Google. First thing off up there. Hit Google. And like I said, this has potential to outperform next resistance up here at 144. It consolidated. It didn't really pull back in this whole big pullback that the QQQ has been doing. Hadn't really been extra outperforming like Microsoft and Apple. And the bigger target potential right up here around 170 based on the extension higher. 174, 170, possibly 199. We really get going. We do have that resistance right there. We got to clear. Then we have the all-time high. We've got to clear on the way up to 174. All right, PNW. Palo Alto Networks. Just kind of chopping around a little bit. Bounced up, found resistance at the box. Retracing back down to the lower box. What made the boxes? Well, 618, the 786, and that gap where this consolidation was before. Just kind of ping-ponging around. If we can get up out of the box, 250, 274, 294 are the targets. Otherwise, this could be a bearish indication. If we start breaking below that line, probably coming down here. Alrighty. Monday. This is just chopping. Chopping. Stuck below the 618. If we can get a close above 182, probably head up to 199. Otherwise, this has the opportunity to do this, baby. Similar to the S&P. Big caution. If we can get a close up here, above 180, probably going to 199. Otherwise, watch for that breakdown. 140 on the downside. All right, ALB. This one, oh, look at that. Holding the head and shoulders so far. Not interested till it's back above the roadmap line and the neckline here. Kind of holding this right here. Yeah. Potential to go up big if. You see right here. That's the potential. But we got to break the neckline. Got to get above the roadmap line. Otherwise, no trade. Just wait. If we get below this low, the pattern's messed up. Just voided. All right, Mara, please. Big up today. Beautiful. 618. That's a measured bounce. You know what a measured bounce does for us? Don't you? Don't you know? So this is beautiful potential. Beautiful potential. Potential to rally right up here to minimum 25, possibly as high as 30, and that sets it up to get to the top of the head and shoulders pattern. If we can break out, could take us way up there. Beautiful potential. I have to see it pans out. Beautiful potential right now. Really, really like that pattern. FCEO. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. Seriously. This warrants a dumpster fire. Don't trade that. Don't buy that. Don't mess with that. That's a gnarly chart. How low is it going? It can go to 0. Like, no joke. Like $1.11 is the next downside target. That got to the $1.50 target. $1.11 is the next downside target. Be careful, Peter. Jeez. Horrible. CVNA. Let's see here. Let's check something. Hold on. Could bounce there. Could be the end of the correction. If that was it, it could go up to 62. Eventually, it's going to come back down here at the minimum. Money's expensive, and they lose a lot of it. Be careful. Price to sales 4.1. Ouch. Gross profit. Well, they don't actually make gross profit. They lose a lot of money. What's the interest rate on? I mean, how much interest do you pay on losing $1.6 billion of other people's money? Be careful. I'm not trading Carvana. There you go. Possibly could go up to 62. Possibly could go to 0. Money's expensive, and they lose a lot of it. HON. Sideways choppy stuff. Almost said a bad word. Yeah, that looks like it's going to go lower. Probably down to 172. Somewhere down here. Probably going to do it. Now, if you want to use the fib tool, it looks like this. 3-point tool. 1, 2, 3 points. 100%. 174 right there. That's how it works. All right. My third month of crypto unleashed. 2 months of loss, but big wins today. Good job, Jim. Glad to hear it. FNGU. Yeah, we did hit a big win on NGU. We did hit a big win today, and I'm still holding. We could see 1,000% winner if Mara keeps going. Head and shoulders played out, hit the target perfectly, and could be a breakout. 250 on the side. This makes the morning movers a lot, so I update it quite often. GNRC. That one crapped the bed. 1, 2, 3. That's not a bullish setup so far. It wouldn't surprise me to make a lower low. Really wouldn't. That looks corrective. Looks like it needs one more lower low below that low right here in December. Yeah, it's not constructive price action. Especially with that gap down, it can easily have do this right here and go right down here. It's just that move. That go right off of there. Alrighty. Bummer on Generac. Let's see. Stack the gold and silver. Yeah, always a good time to stack the gold and silver, unless it's at the highs. But poly. Is that the poly you wanted? That looks pretty gnarly, whatever that is. I don't know. You have to let me know if there's a different poly you were trying to look at. Poly USD. That looks pretty bad too. Not a lot better. Pretty rough. All right. Myrna. Oh, look at that. Right off the target. Next target is the roadmap line. more than likely. Probably come back up there. Then what happens? Not sure. Don't have enough. That can go lower still. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like that's not constructive price action yet. Oh, golly, that looks like a high-priced dumpster fire. I wouldn't bet on it going lower, but I wouldn't bet on it going higher either. It's not awesome, is what I would say. Not awesome. That chart, I don't like it. I just don't like it. Airbnb bouncing right off the roadmap line. There's the resistance. Needs to clear it. Needs to clear all this up here. Got more resistance right here. Get above that, and we can go on the way to the higher price target. I'm still bullish. I'm still long. Looking for 180 to 200 is really my target. May get crazy and get up here to 235, but probably 180. I'd probably book my profit at 180. Probably. All right, Apple. It needs to type in the right Apple instead of typing Apple. Resistance right up here. That was measured bounce. I bought my shares back. I mean, not measurement. That market roadmap line bounce. MRM. Market roadmap line bounce. If you want to know about the market roadmap line, you want to get it on your chart. You don't have it already. The link is in the description. It's like $5 to get this indicator right here. And this market roadmap indicator. It's a beautiful potential trade. I give you the whole setup, like how it works. I give you a watch list every week too. With I think this week had 30 tickers on it. Maybe. Let's see. Let's pull it up. Let's look. Down here. Here's all the market roadmap lists. This week was, 38 tickers. 38 tickers were on that list. Yeah, right there, 38. Had this same pattern. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Target up here. Should be 220. Put the chart in log mode. Put the fibs in log mode. When stuff moves more than 50, I like to have it in log mode. 215. I'll take 215. So, looking for 215. Probably right there. May take a little while. It could get there fast. Could get there slow. About 215. That'd be the next move up. And that corresponds with the 1618 extension, 219. So, somewhere in that zone. Alrighty. Baba. Looks like a piece of Chinese garbage. Probably doing this. It's in that channel. Probably going to come up at the top of the channel. Breaks out of the bottom of the channel, going down. Probably going to retrace up to the top of the channel at 107, then probably back down. Just chopping. Let's see. Would it be possible that BTC, Bitcoin, would be treated like gold at that point? You know what? Bitcoin's not gold. It's never going to be gold. Gold has a unlimited supply, essentially. Like we could go mine gold off asteroids and bring more gold. We're never going to mine more Bitcoin anywhere. There's 21 million. Unless everybody that's participating in the Bitcoin network agrees that we're going to create more Bitcoin, there's only 21 million. Period. There's never going to be a change. It's not like any other asset out there. You have to don't compare it to other assets. It's not like anything. It's not going to be like anything ever. It's its own new thing. It's hard for a lot of people to wrap their head around a brand new thing. We haven't had a brand new thing in a lot of years. So, I don't think it's going to act like anything. So, Marvel, Bitcoin's probably going to $1 million a coin eventually. Another couple cycles. Maybe 2030, maybe 2034, possibly. There we go. Or I guess 2028 and 2020. So the next halving cycle, 2024, then 2028, then probably 2032 in 2036, you may be like, "What? Well, when's the mining going to run out? You know, when are they going to get to the end?" Well, the last Bitcoin won't be mined for about 150 years, so we'll never see the end of it. Well, unlikely, unless we all turn into, you know, upload into AIs and we're around for that long. We'll see. I don't know. Marvell potentially bouncing off the roadmap line. Marvell. Not Marvel Comics, but Marvel Technology, the chip maker. 72, possibly 78. S-Bucks. Almost got to the target. Almost. Dang, that was close. Really close. Look. See how close that was? That could be the bounce. That could have been what I was looking for. Pull this over. Got resistance right there. Got more resistance up here where that big gap down is. That's why that's drawn like that. I don't know. I mean, that could be the bottom. It's got some crap to work through. That has mucked up that chart right there. Be careful. Chasing Starbucks. Tesla was that beautiful run today. I think we're going to 350. Somebody asked me my target today. I said 350. The conservative entry is not until we're above 270. Just to be clear, I've said that several times. We got to get above this resistance. So, consolidated here for what, July 20th through August 4th. So a week and almost 2 weeks. Then we broke down out of it and we're right back up. May have a little trouble getting through. Once we do, probably headed up to 322, possibly 350. There you go. That's Tesla for you. Tesla in a nutshell. That was exactly what I said was going to happen. Came down exactly in the support box that I had drawn on here. Exactly. We went a little higher than I thought we would when I drew this back in February. Went just a little higher. We did the retrace right back to the zone, right where I drew the arrow. Just took an extra month-ish to get here. Now, time to break out and go. There's the next move right up here. All right. RTX. Rayathon is doing nothing. Eventually, these guys are going to print money because all the weapons that have been disappeared into Ukraine, we're going to have to buy new weapons. We, the United States, we can't just sit around with no weapons. Rayathon, Lockheed Martin, all those good people who make lots of weapons for us to use against other people in the world, they're going to win contracts and produce a lot of stuff. So there you go. All right. Did Tesla USO? Potential. Didn't retrace to the roadmap line, but potential to rally right up to 80, possibly 87. Did Tesla? You can stop requesting it over and over, everybody. Airbnb already did. You scroll up. If it already got requested, you just got to go back. All right. You potentially bouncing. It's potential roadmap line bounce. A little deeper than I like to see, but still qualifies. Got to get above the resistance. That just happens to be right here. Lines up with the 618. 55.63 on the upside. And Pepsi has been looking pretty horrible. Be careful. It could turn down at the roadmap line and get... it came up so close. So close. Little shy. Watch for that bounce off of the roadmap line. Extension lower. If it could break above that, probably do this. At this point, that probably should be updated. Oh, moving the wrong thing. Grab that one. It doesn't update much. Basically the same. 202 on the upside, 210. but we could also go down to 170. Cost has been the one that kind of fooling me a little bit. Not so sure. This is a very corrective pattern. This may end up breaking lower. I would be very careful, very cautious. We could break out, like this is the tell. If we break above here, probably going on up to at least the prior high. If we break down below the roadmap line, probably going all the way down here. Polygon. There you go. Polygon. Matic. Still looks pretty horrible. Nothing bullish there yet. Got to get above the roadmap line. Nothing bullish. There's a potential, since it held a higher low. Terminology, right? Higher low. Potential for it to go to $1, possibly $1.31. That's right into resistance that I have drawn from way back over here. And we've been unable to break above the roadmap line since we broke down below it in April. It just looks so horrible. It just looks horrible for now. Did Apple, SE. There, that's how the cookie crumbles. Probably going down to 28. AXSM. I think I did that this morning. 97. This is a biotech. Caution on biotechs. Resistance up to 84, 85, 97, 104 above that. Support down here around 65. All right, GNL. And be careful, that can go down again. We turn down below here, we're going down here. If we can break out, we can go up higher. Resistance probably right up here where we consolidated. Too many buttons on the chart. Potential to go up here. All right. TSM. Stuck on the roadmap line. Not awesome. Resistance right there. Potential long above 97. Aggressively. More conservatively above 105. Looking for 116, 123. Stop down here around that. Around 88. And possibly going lower if we get below that. Let's see. CXM. Oh, I don't even think I've ever looked at CXM. Oh, I have because I've got a line on there. It's not doing anything. It's just sitting in the resistance here. I don't know. That doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Not yet, anyway. It could break out and go, but it could also come right back down in this zone. It could do a 618 retrace. Come down to here. Support right down here. If we get below that line right there, probably come down here. Get below that 1350 area, 1340. Can break out above the highs. It probably extends up to this high too. Get above that, possibly go up and retest the prior high. Maybe. I don't know. LI. Right up to the top. Look at that chop. Bounced right off the top of the box. I don't know. If it breaks out, we could go higher, but it's just a big sideways in the box. The box is huge. 45 down to 12. Watch for it to break down again. I mean, loaned out effectively like gold. I mean, you're not gonna. How do you loan Bitcoin? I mean, you could I don't think they're going to let you not have it in the spot ETF. Like paper gold, I know that they don't actually have the gold in the paper gold. If they start doing that crap, then watch out, because that's everything that Bitcoin's against. So, Space Cowboy. I mean, that's just like the whole crypto is designed to avoid that crap. And if they start doing that crap with big crypto, watch out for what happens next. So, it can blow up an ETF. You've been around. If you were around when TVIX blew up, short VIX, we could watch Bitcoin spot ETFs blow up. So, all right, Nvidia. I'm still of the opinion that we're at the top. Where the top is, we're just in the squiggles of the top. We're probably going to get a correction. We hit 505. We could retrace. We could push out to 535. Somewhere right here, one of these fibs. I thought we would last out to 2024 before we got up here. We got up here much quicker. At some point, we're going to retrace. That is a ridiculous move, and the price to sales, like, they're going to have to increase their sales 400% to support the prices that they're at. I don't see it. The risk is much greater than continuation higher. So please be careful. I wouldn't trade on it short. I'm not trading it short at this point. I caught a little dip here and called it quits because this thing's a bit like playing with fire. You're probably going to get burned. Maybe not today. I mean, the irrationalness can stay irrational and longer than we can all afford to stay solvent. I mean, it's the classic market idiom. You know, right now 35. It's been at 42 for, after earnings it bumped down to 35, but that's still ridiculous levels of price to sales. Ridiculous. I mean, we can push it back up to 42, and they still have to increase their sales 400%. Historically, they hang out less than 20. Historically, anything over 20 loses upwards of 70% of its value. It's just a fact in the market. Like, go pull up things that have had price to sales over 20. Eventually, they lose upwards of 70% of their value. It happens over and over. I got a video of it back in the history on YouTube. Be careful. I'm not touching Nvidia for a while. KO, just choppy sideways bullcrap. Nothing. There's no pattern there. Nothing. You can say it's going to do whatever, but there's no pattern. NIO, probably going to retrace deeper. Potentially holding the 618. It potentially could bounce here. Looks like we may see something. It could go up to 21, but it can also very easily plummet out back to the lows. Be careful. Not bullish below the roadmap line. That could be a measured bounce. Could take us up to that prior resistance. It can also fail and go drastically lower. The support is 824. Breakout point 16. Take us up to 21. That's NIO. Rivian. It's looked like hot garbage for a while. Similar pattern. Really gnarly. Did the head and shoulders, bounce right up there, popped up, hit that consolidation, retrace back. The next move I would expect would be that reattempt that right there. If we stall out anywhere along the way and start curling down, break below this, going down, back down to the bottom. FNV 550. Sideways choppy stuff. Almost said backward again. Choppy sideways. Choppy sideways. YouTube doesn't like it when I cuss, so I'm not trying not to cuss. QYLD, there's no this is so far abstracted from anything. My chart pattern's not going to work. It's just a trend. I would expect that. INTC. It looks almost like QYLD in the trend. Expect it to pop up to here, 40. Was a roadmap line bounce, 40, 38 to 40. And yeah, PD, you can always buy an upside call tomorrow. And if we retrace, if we get a dip first thing, consider it. I wouldn't go full boat. I'd be careful. Verizon is a downtrend going into the abyss. It's a lot like T. Look, I mean, look at this. Look at the crap. This is the crap down for the year. Verizon, down 12%. AT&T, down 20%. Don't trade this crap right here. This is all crap. Don't trade crap on this chart. You're like, JT, how do I get this? You go to screeners. You go to heat maps. You go down to stocks. You click S&P 500. You click year to date. You click minus 3%. Don't trade the crap that's on this list. This is the crap not performing this year. This is not the crap that's going to turn around. 8 months in, it's still down for the year. It's not going to magically turn around for the, I mean, maybe there's a couple in here. If that's your specialty, great. This is the crap that's not performing this year in one of the bullish markets we've seen in a long time. All right. These are the winners. Now, the ones that are overcooked, outperforming the average on here, probably around 30 to 50%. Maybe 20 to 30%. The stuff that's hundreds of percents, probably not as likely to keep performing. Even though some of them, like Tesla, have a nice bullish chart. Apple and Microsoft, probably, that's probably the indicative of the average performance, 35, 40%. All right. Be careful out there. All right. Don't trade the crap. The stuff down over 3%. That's the crap for the year. This far into the year, don't chase this crap. It's dangerous. Maybe there's an opportunity. More than likely, there's not. MDT. Choppy sideways. There's the big arrow. Choppy sideways. And PD says, if I've said anything you like, smash the like button. Woof. Petco is in the garbage. I know you said wolf. That was a question on, what was it? The show I was watching last night. Weakest link on NBC. What company goes under the ticker WOOF? Correct answer was Petco. Wolf speed looks pretty gnarly. That dip below here, if it holds here, probably going down to 31. All right. Jeffrey, your opinion on the market move for the next month? I started out there. Go back to the beginning. That's where I started out, Roland. You can just pull the slider all the way back. We started out there. All right. VZ, a huge dividend paying stock. Only reason I own it until they cut the dividend. Yeah, QYLD is a good dividend paying stock. Like, let's look at this. High yield, 11%. RYLD. High yield, 12.7%. XYLD. High dividend, 11%. VZ. As you say, high dividend, 7%. I mean, could be okay. It's a dumpster fire of a chart. Probably going lower. XOM. Meh. I don't know. It's got to break above. Got to break above that. Got to be above 116 for 125, 132. NUE. Potential. It's built up a resistance here. If you're not in it, a move up above 175 indicates 194, 209 possibly. If it doesn't do that, if it breaks back below the bottom of these tails, probably going back to the roadmap line at the minimum, back around 156, maybe down and making another low. Could get continuation. And I noticed my fib line is not in the proper place, but could get continuation down here. Could. All right, SOXL. That one I am bullish on for a roadmap line. That was the old trade right there. Entry above 18, target 27. And we got that. That worked. Next trade. Got to get above here, back above 26, 31, 36. Potentially the head and shoulders pattern playing out at 39. Maybe like, what head and shoulders? Distance. This head and shoulders down here. It wasn't a very good one. It was kind of sloppy. It was more like head, shoulder. The left shoulder and the head were pretty close to the same size. That puts it up here at 39 if that played out. There you go. There's SOXL for you, DHI, and DR Horton. Looks like an echo. See this move right here? That similar move. Potential. Oops, the wrong thing. Potential to do that. Sometimes it's that simple. That's Echo Trades. That's the first thing I launched as a guru. That's there's more to it than that, but echoes of moves tend to do the same thing. See, we did it down here. There you go. All right, Timos. Another choppy sideways thing. It's on a downtrend. Be careful. That looks like it wants to go lower. No other comments. TJX. Oh, nice pop right up to the extension. That one's going to play out probably. Might get to extension to 95, but watch out for a retrace. Probably needs another retrace. This size retrace. Somewhere in here. The market's open again. It's my alarm. Futures market's reopened. All right. FTNT. FTNT. Surprised y'all didn't ask for stuff like Netflix. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful potential. Here's my I've even got alerts set. Looking for this. Move back up through the roadmap line at 66. Sets this up to potentially go up here. This is the Elliott wave pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Break above 66. Potentially going to take it up to about 130, 125. I'm waiting on that one. Waiting. Oh gosh, Luck and Coffee. That one is on my crap list. I got stuck in that trade when it got delisted, and it relisted, and my calls came in a profit like a couple days before they expired. I was like, Hail Mary, thank you. TLD, looking for that breakout right there. Echo of the move, turn back here. LKNCY. I wouldn't touch this with anybody's money at this point. 37.50, whenever it delisted back here. There's probably a gap in there, like somewhere in here. Somewhere back here. I was holding calls and it relisted and popped. And thank goodness. Thank goodness. It's China garbage though. Be careful. Careful out there. Could pop to 37 possibly. Up here at 46. May also meet epic failure. All right. Netflix, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's got potential to go fill that gap. If it can break out, I have an alert set there. If it breaks out above, what's my alert? 444. Probably going to 500. 505, I guess, is the top of the box. Where does that come from? It comes from this gap right there. All right. Already did Google. You can rewind, watch that one. That was early. FFIV. Could be a bounce, but looks like it wants to do that. Coin. Bounced off the roadmap line. Beautiful. Got to get above this resistance. Then we're set up for the target. I am long coin. Long coin. All right. I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm exhausted. Today was a heck of a day. Let's do it again tomorrow. Let's get another 1% up day. Big crypto up day. Let's do it again tomorrow. Everybody good for it? Let's do it. I'll hit PLTR before I leave. PLTR, probably coming back to the roadmap line. Could do a head and shoulders, and then that would, if it does this head and shoulders, watch out for that. That's the caution. Hit that target, hit that target. Watch out for a retrace. All right. Have a great day, everybody. I'll be live again tomorrow morning before the market opens. I'll have to get some rest. I'm freaking worn out. What a day. Glad everybody came. I'll see you in the morning.